one of the very first pieces that he wrote for this combination it's a quartet that includes in it a movement called Serenade. Now, in this movement, our first violin has got a solo, very lyrical song to sing throughout. The other three accompany him. So it was a very early quartet, a bit more in the style of the divertimento quartet. Haydn Serenade.
If you don't mind if I just add to it, we want to find out what it sounds like in here, but come in, what it sounds a bit, it's a bit different. We do want to find out what it sounds like because for a start, I'm going to play this. It says on the copy Consordino. Does anybody of the younger ones know what that means? I don't mean the old ones in the front, sorry. Any of the little ones know what Consordino means? You don't? Well, it means with a mute. Have you got mutes? Have you got mutes? Do you use mutes or not? No. No, well, instead of this, you slide this mute on. Quite different, isn't it? Okay. So this tune I'm playing with the violin muted, and the accompaniment is unusual in that all the other strings are all playing pizzicato. Do you know what pizzicato is? Hands up. Right, good. Do you know what it is, pizzicato? Nobody over there knows, do you? Yeah, of course you do. Right.
It's an aria taken from a cantata. The aria is titled My Heart Ever Faithful. An arrangement for string quartet. So the bulk of his music was written for chamber music. This is a minuet taken from one of his quartets. In fact, you might recognise it being used in a film about bank robbers who pretended to be a string quartet and rehearsed this music in some digs. And the landlady would hear them playing it. In fact, it was a record that was playing this music. And they were really busy planning their evening. Anyway, this is a minuet by Boccherini.
What was that film called?
I'm trying to remember.
Does anybody remember it?
It's a Lady Killer.
Lady Killers, that's it, with Alec Guinness.
Yes, that's right.
Peter Sellers. Now, to appreciate this piece, I want you to think, you know these old-fashioned dresses. Have you seen these old pictures of ladies dressing up for dancing 200 years ago with these sort of what they call crinolines? You know, these big bustling up and powdered and wearing all sorts of fancy clothes. Well, this sort of music, you see, if you've got dresses on like that, you can't jump around very much, so it tends to be a little stately. This is a very nice, gentle minuet. Again, this is con sordino. Anybody doesn't know what con sordino means? You all know now? Right. What do you mean? Hands up. Yeah. That's it, good lad. I knew you were going to give me the right answer, thank you. And then it went into a minor. There was a part where they set a violin and viola. It was different, wasn't it? And then that comes to the end, and guess what? And then suddenly it slips back to the first minuet. And when they wrote minuets at first, have any of you heard a symphony orchestra playing? I haven't. Have you heard full symphonies, Beethoven symphonies, Mozart symphonies, and that sort of thing? Well, often the third you have. You heard the Halley Orchestra. My goodness, that's going some, isn't it? That's terrific. Well, if you hear a big symphony playing, a big symphony orchestra, often there's a minuet and trio, and this is a minuet and trio, but really it's two minuets. Not the origin of it is that there were two little minuets, because you've got to have a variety. So a composer would write one minuet, and then the second one would have a different character. Then you go back to the first one. That's what he does there, and I think that's marvellous how it works back to that one. Can we just play that one again? Do you mind just the second half of the trio? This is in the second trio. Now, I want you to listen how when he brings it to a close, before that lovely tune comes back. I found it very thrilling. Even when you're as old as me, I still find it thrilling. Right, what are we doing now? Oh, I'm playing now, mate.
Yeah, Martin has sang that we decided for him, but he'd like to play a solo at this point, as Mr. Bryant is rather keen on videoing some high-powered line technique.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, he needs an accompanist.
Yes, it's a rather long title. It's, do you know what a meditation is? Do you know when you meditate, you think, you tend to close your eyes and you sit and you think and you try and calm yourself. You think about the things that really matter in life, like religion and so on, and what God means to you and what you feel about other people and what you think about your own life. And people meditate when they're trying to sort themselves out and calm themselves down. Now, this is a meditation written by a Frenchman, and there are two aspects of this meditation. One is the serenity of it, or the gentleness of it, and also there's also an alternate. The alternate mood is one of passionate intensity, when you feel very strongly about things. I mean, I think this has particularly strong religious connotations. This piece, it's a very, it is a religious piece, really. Anyway, so that you hear there's a very calm tune to start, and then it gets all worked up, and it goes back to the calm and so on. That's not part of the music, is it? Just trying to open it, that's all right. That's marvelous. See, we haven't even played that together. It went so well. Thank you very much. Thank you. Right, now, you can help me out again. Good. I don't know how we do it.
Right, we're running a little bit short of time because we do want you to have a play session as well. So the quartet are now going to play one movement from a very famous quartet, a G major string quartet by Mozart, K387. Now G major was one of Mozart's favourite keys. He used it when he felt in a carefree and gay mood. And this last movement of the quartet, which they are going to play now, is based around a kind of fugue theme. The first tune is only 4 notes long, but it's used fugally in a tonal way. It's interesting. It starts off with second violin, jumps to, is it first next?
Yes.
Yeah, second, first, fourth, third, in that order. And it changes key each time, G, D, G, D. Very similar to another fugal tag, which developed in quite close combination. And then the two of them are combined, which is like magic. And at the very end, we get a very close stretto fugue, which means they come in one after the other in very, very close succession. So listen out for the very first tune, and then follow it through, and find out what it is. This is like Papageno music. The magic book which Mozart also composed, Nolan, had a very cheerful character called Papageno, and this music is very reminiscent of that. It's Nolly from K3X. His pieces have been arranged for all sorts of groups, including string quartet. You'll hear lots of rhythmic, complicated sections here, which are taken from African drum music. He's very keen on African drum music. Country Club by Scott Joplin.